I'm Tom from DIY Life Tech, and this is a look at the Eufy 11s Robotic Vacuum. So this is a really awesome robotic vacuum. I'm going to use it here in my garage, which you can see the floor is very dusty. I get leaves. You can use this anywhere in your home, though. It does have a detector for staircases, so if it goes up to a drop or a staircase, it'll automatically avoid going over that drop. And one thing I really love about this is that it also has its own charging base. You can see you plug into the wall here. This will charge up the vacuum. See that it's charging now, and it'll actually come back to its charging base automatically when it's done cleaning or when it runs low on battery. So you don't have to always worry about plugging it into a charger. It'll actually return to that base on its own. And you can actually control it using this remote. So it's nice, this comes with a remote, and this will allow you to access all kinds of functions on there. You can adjust the suction. You can do a spot cleaning mode where it's going to start in one location and sort of spiral out and deep clean. You can do an edge cleaning where it's going to go around the edges of your room, or you can start a single room cleaning. And my garage is a largish single room essentially. Definitely very dusty on the floor here. So let's go ahead and start that cleaning. So all I'm going to have to do, point this at the Eufy robotic vacuum. I'm going to go ahead and press the start button for the single room cleaning. You can see it's going to leave its charger here, spin around, and it's got these little brushes that are going to sweep stuff that's out in front of it into the path of the vacuum so that it can suck that up. It's got quite powerful suction, and it can actually clean both a hard surface like this or a hardwood floor and a relatively low pile carpet. So you can see it's going to push things into its path, suck them up, and then it'll store that inside in a little tank essentially that I can clean. So it's going to cruise around here, picking up dust, doing its thing. It'll kind of scope out a cleaning pattern, and you can see though, if it does bump something, it'll just gently tap it, and then it will proceed on its way in a different direction. Now the best thing here is obviously I can just let it sit and clean away. I don't have to sit here and supervise it. It's kind of fun to watch, but it's just going to trace a pattern where it's going to follow edges, it's going to bounce around, it's going to try to cover as much of the floor as possible. It does come with some tie wraps that you can use to secure cables if you have a lot of cables in your house. So that's a nice touch just to make it easier for it to do its job. But let's just let it sit here, and again, it'll clean for up to 100 minutes between charges on these surfaces. So let's just let it go ahead and do its thing for a while here in my garage. Now it's been cleaning for a bit here. I just want to demonstrate that as it's cleaning, you can adjust the level of suction. So I've got it on this Boost IQ. I can press the button, switch it up to max cleaning, or I can bring it down to standard, and the vacuum will beep to acknowledge those changes. I'm going to leave it where I am at the Boost IQ setting here. Make sure we get our beep that we've got that set. There we go. And we'll just let it continue on its way. Okay, so we've got a noticeably cleaner floor. This doesn't sound perfect and misses a few things. I think if I let it go for even longer, it would probably achieve even more in terms of cleaning here. But I'm going to go ahead and press the button to recall it back to its charger. So I'll press that, make sure that the vacuum heard me do that. You can see it brought itself back. It's dutifully heading towards the charger there. It's going to trace its way back, slow down as it gets closer here, and then it's actually going to just attach itself to the charger. There we go. And charging is back on now. Okay, so I just took it off of its charging base, and now let's go ahead and see how much dust it's collected so far. So we just press this little button on the back. We can take the dust collector out, and then we would just empty this into the trash can. So I just let it clean for maybe 10 minutes, not even that long at all. Let's do the big reveal here. Wow, that's a lot of dust and leaves that it picked up just in that short time. So all that stuff was on my floor. Now I could go empty this into the trash can and reload it and keep on cleaning. Obviously, this is my first clean. I'm going to pick up a lot of stuff, but in future cleanings, it's just going to be doing touch-ups basically on its initial job here. So really impressive power. Look at what it was able to pick up off of my floor in just a few short minutes of cleaning. There's a filter on here to keep that dust from going out into the room. You can replace that. You can clean the pre-filter on here too. So I'll dump that out, put this back into the Eufy, and it's ready to clean again. It's a really awesome little robot vacuum. Looking forward to using it here in the garage and throughout my house.